So it turns out, guys, Ian Garry is actually an alpha male. Who'd have thought it? Not me, okay? After all that shit came out about his wife and, their relationship and how that dynamic works, we all thought, bit of a soy boy, bit of a cook, bit of a vegan. They all may still be true, but one thing's for sure is that he is actually not afraid to fight anyone. And that's been proven by him taking Shavkat Rakhmonov on short notice, the boogeyman of the division that no one wants to fight. Usman declined him, Colby declined him, Leon declined him, Bilal got injured, but no one wanted to fight Shavkat on short notice. Except for Ian Garry, the absolute Chad of the UFC right now. Alright, he is... Oh, it's just... Who'd have thought, bro? And there's still people criticising this dude like, oh, big mistake, Ian Garry. Just give him his fucking props for taking the fight. Yeah? He is fighting the most feared man at welterweight at the moment. On short notice, he was going to fight Joaquin Buckley. A completely different stylistic matchup. He just took it. And we're going to get into some clips because he did an interview with Ariel Helwani on this fight week, the making of the fight, what he thinks about Colby and Usman and all that shit. And he thought he's spitting some hot flames, bro. Some hot flames. And we're going to go over it today. So, this first one, this is on how he got the call to fight Shavkat. Alright, this is exactly how the conversation went. According to Ian, okay, and you know what? I believe him. Because why would he lie? He's already taken the fight. I believe he just said yeah to it. Yeah. Because literally as soon as Bilal pulled out, like a week later, maybe even less, it was Ian Garry's in. Yeah, no negotiation. Just, yep, I'll do it. Fuck it. Let's go. So we're going to listen to what he has to say about how he got the call and how the negotiations went for this fight. Because is this the redemption tour for Ian Garry? Is this his redemption arc? It might be. Because I'm liking this attitude from Ian Garry. I'm liking it. I'm liking it a lot.
So I answered the phone. I said, "What's up, Lloyd?" He goes, "Hey, Ian, how are you?" I said, "All right, Joaquin's out. They want me to step in December 7th for Shavkat." He goes, "Not quite." He goes, "Joaquin's not out." He's like, "But they do want you to step in December 7th." I said, "Let's do it. I'm in. This is what I wanted in the first place. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's go get it. Let's go shock the world. Go out there and beat a guy that's never been beaten. Prove to the world how good I am against the scariest man in the division."
That was it. No negotiation, no back and forth, no nothing. You said I'm in.
It's not my job to negotiate. That's my manager's job.
All right.
It's my job to say, yes, let's do it. Put on a show, go out there, I'm in. It's his job to go and argue that. It's my job to say yes.
What? And this is the attitude that we need. We have fighters ducking people left and right at the moment. In the UFC, we have fighters ducking people left and right. John Jones and Tom Aspinall. Marab and Umar. Fucking everyone's ducking everyone. No one wants to take a hard matchup. They all want to fight the stylistic matchups that suit them. Ian's like, yeah, I'll fight a fucking dangerous wrestler. I was gonna say Hamzat. That's coming later. Just wait. I'll fight Rakhmonov. Dangerous guy. Dangerous grappling. Yeah, 18 fights, 18 KOs. Yeah, I'll fight him on short notice. It's crazy, and people still don't give him props, bro. I don't like Ian Garry. I think he's annoying and he's cringe and whatever. But I'll tell you what, this is kind of turning me the other way. Much like Paddy Pimblett. When he came out after his Jared Gordon fight and was like, "Yeah, mate, I fucking beat him, didn't I? It's fucking fight of the night, mate. Fucking hell. Fucking fight of the night. So what, lad? 50 G's, Dana. Come on, lad." I was like, delusional, bro. But he's kind of reeled himself in. He's even, in his interview with Guru, like, yeah, I rewatched the fight, mate, and he wasn't that good, It was closer than what I thought. I shouldn't have said all that shit, Fucking hell. Fucking scouser. Don't get knocked out. That's word for word what he said. He's on a bit of a redemption arc right now. I'm coming back around to Paddy. This is the same, bro. How can you hate on this man? These might not be in chronological order, but this is just what I've seen. So we have this one now. So, now we've got him talking about Usman. Says he's got big chest but little balls. Let's listen to this. I love this attitude from Ian Garry. It's fantastic. Let's listen.
Why do you think Usman? You said he wanted nothing to do with you. Why do you think that's the case? Former champion, coming off a strong performance.
Because Usman has a big chest and little balls.
I love it. He's got a big chest and little balls. Just straight to the point, Gary. I love the this is what we need. We need more trash talk in MMA. I'm sick of like you get the odd guy, you get Colby, you get Jamal Hill that's kind of just salty. You get Eli Tuporia, trash talking. There's not an awful lot of trash talking that goes on these days. It's pretty boring. There's not a lot of personality like what there used to be. This is what we need: some juice, some drama from the man Ian Garry. Let's listen to what he has to say.
That's what was said to
He
you?
looks good. No, he's just not. That's what I'm saying. He's got a big chest. He looks good. He plays the part, but where it matters between the legs, he's a little man. That's my outlook on it. He's worried again. Him and Colby, they're older. They've been through the division. They fought these guys. Now they're getting to the end of their careers. They want to choose the better stylistic matchups. I guarantee this. They are going to try. Usman is going to try to push for a fight with Jack Della Maddalena because he's seen how easily Gilbert Burns was able to take him down.
That fight's probably happening next. And that makes sense. Of course he's going to go for that fight. Of course he is. It's a good fight. Don't get me wrong. It is a good fight. I'm interested in seeing that fight. But, why not fight Ian Garry? Why not? Why not? I mean, is it true? Is Usman worried? Is Colby worried? Because Colby was calling Ian Garry out. Listen here, Squirt. You want to fight me? You better meet my 3 stipulations. Ha ha ha. Because this is WWE shit. Yeah. First, you got to do this and do this and do this. And then Ian was like, okay, sound. Right, well, how about we do this instead? And then it's like, I'm not fighting you. You didn't meet my stipulations. Then he fucking... But then he'll fight Joaquin Buckley on the card that Ian Garry was fighting on anyway. So it makes no sense. It's fucking stupid, bro. It's crazy.
So for me, if I was in Usman's shoes, why would I want to fight the guy who's long, rangy, difficult to deal with, when I could fight a guy who I've watched 2 people back to back be able to take him down quite easily? I guarantee Usman's going to try to push for the JDM fight because he's weak-minded.
Woo! Gary's coming for the whole division. No one's safe from Ian Garry. He's coming for everyone. He's spitting against everyone. He don't give a fuck. Usman, Colby, anyone. He's fucking coming for you, bro. And he's spitting some facts, bro. Come on now. He's spitting, innit? I mean, you can like him, you cannot like him. You can't deny the guy is on fire in this interview. Usman's got big chest and little balls, but where he matters between the legs, he's a little man. How insulting is that? Questioning your manhood, Usman? Are you going to let him do that to you, bro? Are you going to let Ian Garry lil bro you? Ian Garry of all people, are you going to let him lil bro you? I don't think you should. I think you should do something about it, Usman. Great by Ian Garry. I love it. I absolutely love it. We've got another clip. So this is him talking about Colby Covington. He said he would love to beat Shavkat and then the following week fight as a main event in Tampa and bury Colby. So he wants to fight Shavkat and then a week later fight Colby Covington. I think he'd do it. Call me crazy. I think he'd do that. If he beat Shavkat, I think he would happily go and fucking beat Colby Covington the week after. And I think he would beat Colby Covington. Even a week after. As long as there's no injuries. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but hypothetically speaking. Let's listen.
And so now here's the question I'm dying to ask you. When all these dominoes fell and you were then booked to fight Shavkat and Joaquin was left without a dance partner.
Oh, don't. I know where you're going. I'm seething.
And you found out that it was, in fact, going to be Colby stepping in. on the same date. What was your reaction?
Well,
He's still kind of cringe though. He's like, don't be cringe, bro. You're doing well. Let's not bring the cringe back, okay? Let's not do that.
what? How do you think I feel? Because I've been screaming and shouting about fighting that man from the rafters. This man's made videos about me, my wife, my kids, talked to him about all this shit. And here's this man avoiding me like the plague.
True. Very, very. Why call out Ian Garry and then, like, when Ian Garry says, yeah, I'll fight you, then not fight him? Colby says, the UFC never offered me Colby. So Colby said, the UFC never offered me Ian Garry. Bullshit, bro. I don't believe a word that comes out of your fucking mouth, Colby Covington, you clown. I don't believe it, bro. There's no way the UFC would not capitalize on that matchup with that drama. There's no fucking way Dana would be that stupid to do that. Maybe he is. I doubt it, though. Colby's ducking Ian Garry. Whether you like to admit it or not, if you're a Colby fan, first of all, why? Grow the fuck up, alright? He was funny a few years ago. He's now just irritating and cringe, alright? And that's saying something, considering we're talking about Ian Garry. Well, he's been avoiding Ian Garry like the plague. He's bang on with this one. Ian's been shouting to fight him multiple times. Colby supposedly wanting to fight him because he mentioned him. And then when it came to actually signing the contract, Colby was nowhere to be seen. And now he's fighting in Ian Garry's place against Buckley. And you know what's hilarious, guys? I called this. Kind of. I made my video called Colby Covington is a Clown. Alright? And I said in that video, because Colby was calling to fight Shavkat. And I said in that video, Dana White's not going to give you Shavkat. He's going to go, haha, good one, Colby. Anyway, here's the loser of Ian Garry versus Joaquin Buckley. And look who he's fighting. Kind of the loser of Ian Garry versus Joaquin Buckley. Ian Garry's winning that situation because he's fighting arguably for a title shot. So Joaquin Buckley, he's the loser in that situation, and Colby's fighting him. I called it. Don't believe me? Go and watch my video. Colby Covington is a clown. I think that's what it's called, or an absolute clown, whatever. Or an absolute joke. I don't know. My video about Colby, I say that shit. He's going to be fighting the loser of Garry versus Buckley. Look what's happened. I called it. Anyway, let's carry on.
And then the second I book in against the scariest man in the division, he's like, oh, I'll fight in Florida. It just proves, it just shows that he's a coward, that he wants nothing to do with me. And the truth is, I know I've already beaten him. I know I've already mentally beaten him. He's weak. He's an absolute coward. And I believe he's going to go out there and get steamrolled by Joaquin Buckley.
Agreed, Ian Garry. I think Joaquin Buckley's going to do nasty things to Colby. I do believe that. And you know what? Colby's going to lose to Buckley, and then that's going to be the end of it. Where does he go? Give him Carlos Pratis right now. In fact, give Brian Battle... Listen, when Brian Battle, my boy, knocks Randy Brown out, give him Colby. It's an easy ranked fight for Brian Battle to fucking win. I don't give a fuck. Easy fight to win. Got another clip. So now we've got his scenario of becoming double champ. This is when... Look, I love the enthusiasm, Garry. I'm going to have to stop you a little bit. I'm going to have to stop you right there, buddy, because we're going to listen to what he has to say. It's ambitious. I like it, but let's just slow your roll. Listen to this.
I'm a young kid who dreamt of being here, who wanted to see my face on billboards, who wanted to put on shows against the scariest people in the world. I've said to you before how my ideal scenario is I fight, I beat Shavkat, I win the world title, I go up to middleweight, and I fight Khamzat, I win that belt too. I'm not afraid of any man. I know how talented I am. I know the gifts God gave me. I'm a young kid.
Now look, Garry, I love the enthusiasm. I really do. But you ain't beating Khamzat, little bro. There's no fucking planet that you defeat Khamzat Chimaev. I don't think anyone defeats this version of Khamzat Chimaev. What he did to Robert Whittaker, Robert Whittaker's still amazing. He's unbelievably good. He went into that fight, wasn't injured, anything like that, had a good camp. Khamzat mauled him in a round. Didn't get any significance. I think Rob landed a leg kick. And that was it. Gary, I love the enthusiasm, bro, but no. If you go up and challenge Khamzat, a fucking big respect, bro. Respect? Big respect. He's saying that he's not scared of any man. Who the fuck is calling Khamzat Chimaev out? Strickland's running from him. Yeah, DDP said that they'll fight him. Who is saying I want to fight Khamzat? Did I just say Shavkat? I meant Khamzat. Who's calling him out? Literally not. In fact, yeah, who's calling Shavkat out? Colby, but he doesn't mean it. He knows he's not going to get that fight. He just wanted to say, well, I called out Shavkat and they didn't give me him, but I'll fight him. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. He's calling out. He said he wants to fight Shavkat, then Bilal, then Khamzat Chimaev. Imagine if Ian Garry does all. Imagine if they are Ian Garry's back-to-back-to-back wins. Are they some of the greatest back-to-back wins in history? Shavkat, the boogeyman. Bilal. It's Bilal. Then Khamzat, the fucking boogeyman. Well, two boogeymen in different weight classes. Ian Garry wants to go and fight. And if he does that shit and beats them, this dude's for real. And he's for real anyway. I think he's really good. He's a great fighter. I don't think he beats Khamzat, though. I can see him beating Shavkat, but Khamzat's like a different fucking breed, mate. Khamzat's a different breed. What he did to Rob is just unspeakable. Alright? He did an unspeakable thing. Rob just looked like a little... Khamzat was like an anaconda. And Rob was just like a little fucking mouse being squeezed and dominated and controlled. God. But I like this from Ian Garry. He's an alpha male, it turns out, guys. Who knew? Who knew Ian Garry was literally an alpha male right now, guys? Literally an alpha male. I like this from Garry. He's putting, he's calling Usman out for being a pussy. He's calling Colby out for being a pussy. Taking easy matchups, stylistic matchups. Avoiding Ian Garry, of all people. Who'd have thought it? That people would be ducking Ian Garry. I didn't think that'd happen, but turns out it is. Now they're all ducking Shavkat apart from Ian Garry. People ducking Khamzat apart from Ian Garry. He's calling him out. Like, what the fuck, bro? I love the confidence. I think he beats Shavkat. I said it in my prediction video. I think he beats him on points. Rangy fighter, points fighter. I think he gets it done on. If he stays out of Shavkat's way, he's gonna get it done on points. Does he beat Bilal? Maybe again on points. Does he beat Khamzat? Absolutely not. Khamzat will just shoot a takedown, fucking control him like fuck on the ground because he's strong, amazing wrestling. The dude fucking controlled the fuck out of Arm. If you've seen the Khamzat versus Arman Sarukian wrestling match, you know how this fight goes with Ian Garry. Alright? Khamzat's just too big, too strong for these guys. Anyway, that's it for the video today. I just want to give Gary's props. Never thought I'd say that, but fucking, you know what? Big respect to Ian Garry. Big up. Like and subscribe. My links are down below. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.